Thank you, Stacia. It is 5:35 on the clock, and we're taking you out live to our University of North Texas tower cam, and you can see all the snow there still on the ground this morning. That was one of our fun tower cams to take a look at yesterday because all the snow was falling. It was so pretty.
It was nice to look at right from here. Take a look at this time-lapse video. This is a little less than 24 hours ago, and there it goes. You can see how quickly the snow came down, covering the field. Yeah, Natalie Haddad is live in Denton for us this morning. And Natalie, you were there as things started to come down yesterday. That winter wonderland started to develop. You had a little bit of fun yesterday. Come on.
I did have a lot of fun. It was cold, but we did have a lot of fun. In fact, if you look over in the distance right here, those are the remnants of a snowman that we built with some UNT students. RIP to that snowman, though. Someone came and knocked it down. I want to talk to you about what we saw yesterday. You saw that time lapse a second ago, but the snow was fluffy and beautiful. I think we have some video of that right now. I do want to make mention, though, this snow that we had yesterday, it's still fluffy, but now there's like a crunchy element to it now. When I'm stepping in it, you can just tell it's a little more icy now. In fact, yesterday, I also want to bring this up. I had brought a glass cup from home. I accidentally left it here overnight, but this is how much accumulated on it. I apologize to the city of Denton. I'm not trying to litter your downtown with my kitchen hardware, but this is how much accumulated. And my photographer, photojournalist Brandon Davey and I just got a real kick out of that, seeing how much had accumulated since we had been gone. More to the serious part now, I want to show you what the downtown roads look like. I was talking with Denton, the city officials, chief of a communications officer, and he was telling me that their primary focus today are going to be your primary roads and your secondary roads. What he meant by that was your highways and your service roads. When we were driving here from Trophy Club area, we hopped onto 35 West. Looked pretty good. It was clear. At least the lanes, the side of the roads were still snow-packed, icy, slushy, slick. So I don't want to say that it looked good and encourage people to think that it's okay to go out and drive, because it's really not. It was still slick. And then you go to this downtown area and these other roads similar to this that aren't, again, the primary and secondary roads, they're going to be slushy and icy. So just something to really watch out for today. They worked dozens and dozens of crashes in this area yesterday. So we are working to get a final number of how many crashes they found, or rather that they worked yesterday. And we will get back to you when we get a response. For now, I'm going to send it over to my colleague, Richard Solomon. He is in Plano. He also had a heck of a good time in the winter wonderland.
Some kids challenged me to sledding, and the competitor in me had to just, I just had to do what I had to do. But all right, there's some things that I want to make note of here. Obviously, it's snowing again, and this is kind of a 360 moment here. This is how it started for us up here in Plano yesterday. But I want you to take a look at this, because there's some things that I need to warn you about this morning. I know you're probably thinking, hey, when can I get out to the grocery store? It's Friday. I know Legacy West is usually a crowded place, but just pay attention to this if you have to go out and about. This is West Parker Road here in Plano. It looks pretty normal, pretty clear, but pay attention to it. It is wet. And with that, my photographer Andrew and I, we were riding around earlier today. We hit some pockets that were slick, some pockets that had ice. Black ice, take it from me, black ice is nothing that you want to play with. So be careful with that. You see that driver just riding on by, be careful. You might swerve, you might bend a corner. So just be careful with that. Now I want you to look at this. This right here is what I'm talking about. You see, this is ice. But yesterday, it pretty much started for what we're seeing right now. Yesterday, it started with snow flurries. Then we went to slush. The city used 10 salt and sand trucks to treat the area. And today, expect to see more crews out just to make sure these streets are safe. Now, a city manager did say they had 13 accidents yesterday. That's actually lower than a normal day of service. So that means a lot of folks stayed inside where it was much warmer in there. So I have more information for you coming up at 6. And I'll actually show you some of the ice that I'm talking about here. I'll carve a piece out and show you. That'll be for 6. All right, reporting live in Plano, very, very cold. Back to Mark and Kara in the studio where it is very, very warm.
Yeah, he was having a good time
until it was in the face.
Until it was like hour 4, and he was like, okay, I'm over it.
Yeah, those kids, though, they were the ones who challenged Richard yesterday.
Right, it wasn't his competitive nature at all.